Hello everybody and welcome to a new series. It's been a while since I have done anything with this channel. More than a year actually, I think. And I decided, with this crazy time, I might as well have some fun and enjoy some games I wanted to play for a long time and never got the chance. So this is my attempt at playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. For the first time, we're going to go with the main story, and we are going to go for something a bit more on the easier side, just because I don't know how difficult this game is, so I don't wanna, because it has like 3 different hard settings. It has challenging and unfair, and it has hard. I don't want to go too deep, so actually let's go for normal and leave it at that. Say we're normal. So we have to choose between a bunch of characters here, or create our own. And I think we're going to go with creating our own, even if I don't know much about what I'm supposed to do. But portrait. So what are we going to do? Basically. So our portrait will be something along the lines of yeah, this one looks good. Yeah, this one looks good. He looks cheeky. That's precisely what we're going to go for. As for race, I cannot be a race if yeah. He seems human, but he could be a half-elf easily. I think he could, or a halfling. No, a halfling. No. An elf. No, he's just too far off from an elf. He could be a human or a half-elf. Yeah, we're going to go for a half-elf. Looking at it, we need something that resembles our guy in the portrait a bit. Definitely not that one. Yeah, that looks like it. Body type should be a bit more lean, from what I see. Yeah, he's a bit more soft. Yeah. He's pale for some reason. Hairstyle. Does this look accurate? Not really. I guess it's going to have to do. Yeah, this one. Does he have a big nose? It doesn't. So let's look into our race a bit. So it has +2 to 1 ability score at creation. Okay. He has keen senses, elven immunities, and adaptability. Elves have long drawn the covetous gazes of the other races. Their generous lifespans, magical affinity, and inherent grace each contribute to the admiration or bitter envy of their neighbors. Of all their traits, however, none so entrance their human associates as their beauty. Since the 2 races first came into contact with each other, the humans have held up elves as models of physical perfection, seeing in their fair folk idealized versions of themselves. From their past, many elves find humans attractive despite their comparatively barbaric ways, drawn to the passion and with which members of the younger race play out their brief lives. Sometimes their mutual infatuation is dramatic relationships. Though usually short-lived, even by human standards, these trysts commonly lead to the birth of half-elves, a race descended of 2 cultures yet inheritor of neither. Half-elves can breed with one another, but even these pure-blood half-elves tend to be viewed as bastards by humans and elves alike. Half-elves stand taller than humans but shorter than elves. They inherit the lean build and comely features of the elven lineage, but their skin color is dictated by the human side. While half-elves retain the pointed ears of the elves, theirs are more rounded and less pronounced. Half-elves' human-like eyes tend to range a spectrum of exotic colors, running from amber to violet to emerald green and deep blue. So, I think that's our guy, pretty much. You described him pretty well. Do I need to assign the dexterity values? Yeah, no? Doesn't seem like I can. Okay. So, class. There's a bunch of classes. Some are locked because I don't have the DLC. I don't think so. So, from what I know about half-elves from D&D, they tend to be obsessed with freedom, considered a bit unreliable, so they couldn't pass for a Inquisitor. Or could he? That's wrong. Chasing down enemies and searching emerging threats. Well, I like the outfit, but doesn't seem something he would do, really. Ranger, no. Rogue, well, yeah, that's an obvious choice. But I'm curious if there's anything else we could do. Skilled at tracking down targets, slayers are okay. Hunters living for the chase and the deadly stroke that brings it to a close. So basically assassins, but nicer said. Fighters are pretty, so there's different. Oh, I see. Oh, Vanguard, Deliverer, Response. Okay. So, let's go back to the Inquisitor and see. There's a Monster Tactician. There's a Tactical Leader. And Sacred Huntsmaster. Yes, still I love the outfit. I'm sorry, it just is what it is, but I can't make him that because, his entire character won't serve that. Well, I guess he could. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. So, we could go for a Monster Tactician, which advantage of the movements of your opponents and allies in combat. Summon creatures, so I will be basically a summoner. Let's go for something a bit more my style. Yeah, no. two marine. And this looks slightly better. Not much better. Yeah, this one looks good. No, actually. I like this. Okay, so now that we're done, we need to choose a deity. So we have a bunch of gods. God, this is such a complex patient system. It resembles a Pathfinder one from the tabletop game. The god of cities, laws, merchants, and wealth. King of Hell. A neutral god called Calistria. Yeah, that's this one as a first deity, as a primary deity, I suppose. Oh no, okay. She has more domains. I'm going to fuck up this character so bad. Okay. So we have the Chaos domain, the Charm domain, the Knowledge domain, the Luck domain, and the Trickery domain. I'm gonna go with... Doesn't have following rules. Chaos domain, alignment, chaotic, good, chaotic, neutral. Charm domain. Okay. You can baffle and befuddle foes with a touch of a smile. Your beauty and grace are divine. Well, not really. Life and weapons with chaos and rebellion, all things anarchic. Not, I don't want to go that far. Actually, charm sounds good. yeah, I'm charming. Basically, that's what my goddess has gifted me with. Okay. Oh, so now I get to put in my ability scores. So, recommended ability, Wisdom. So let's put some points into that. Nice and good there. Now, I had to readjust my position. I'm sorry. So what do we need? Everything is a class skill, apparently. So I think that what we need. Okay, let's take a lore about nature. Well, actually, I have some bonus in this already in these three. So let's go for a bit of athletics, mobility, trickery, and trickery, perception, and persuasion. There we go. Racial bonus. Do I have? Oh, I have. So I can select one of these two. Well, obviously I'm going to go for wisdom. And I'll add a bit of constitution in here. Just put that into wisdom, put some more into here. I want to have enough points, health points to survive. That would be good. Some dexterity, a bit of strength, a bit of charisma, not too much, and I think I'm happy with it. I think. I'm not very sure, but I think I'm happy with it. Oh, I have one more points for skills. Fuck it, I don't know. Lore about nature. Well, I already have that. Magic device, I don't know. I really don't know what to choose here. Actually, trick no step. I'm a summoner, so does it really make sense to have stealth? Trickery better. Okay, abilities. Oh god, I haven't died. Okay, skill focuses. Okay, so we have skill focus and a feat. Good. So I'm going to focus myself on knowledge of the world, I think. I suppose. Yeah, I guess. And my feat will be combat casting. That will be, I think, very useful. As for spells, ooh, this is a tough choice, isn't it? So I have 2 spells to choose. So I'm going to have... I'm going to take Bless to buff my things that I summon, and then I'll have also a Doom to like scare the shit out of them. Yeah. For now, I guess. Choose voice.
I have no use for this.
No.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Strike as one.
You're done for!
No,
I feel faint!
definitely not.
Let's hear you cry!
Too much.
Someone else would make better use of this.
There we go. Pragmatic. I don't know why it's called pragmatic, but does this matter? I suppose it does. Chaotic good, chaotic neutral. Also here I actually can choose my alignment. I can only choose between these three. Okay, I suppose. Chaotic neutral it is then. Because I can't be lawful for the death of me. I was born on the 8th of Dismas. And my name is, obviously I need a name. My name is Jordyn. If my, can I? Jordyn. Great.
I didn't even break a sweat.
I did while creating you, you bastard. So I suppose I'll record this probably tutorial intro quest that we get, and then be done with this episode because it's long enough already. I want to make them under half an hour long, and for RPGs that's a lot of work.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
They materialize out of nothingness.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Obsessed with personal honor. Interesting. Restov is one of the emergencies for Rostland. Okay. That's a lot.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands. and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
They're all really good questions. Well, first of all, there's a whole team of us. Who the hell gets it?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Great, just leave it to us. We're gonna do such a good job. And what rewards can we expect exactly, except for the lofty title?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Okay, and why not just recognize the Stag Lord as a Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
And what do you gain from such a generosity of founding our barony?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
You annoy me, little fuck.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Clear as day.
Excellent. You venture
I
forth
totally-
tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Yeah, so, political intrigue.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
If you let me finish my fucking monologue, we will. Anyway, political intrigue, it seems that the Sword Lord definitely doesn't want to be ruling our country from afar once we've installed our ass on the seat. That's very, very obvious. as you can see, the tiefling lady is walking away with the mayor, which is really interesting in the background. The same tiefling lady that has said something in a hushed tone about political intrigue, so that's interesting. Anyway, Lindsay, right? Sorry, I was caught in my thoughts. Where were we? So, yeah, we sure will. I'm Jordyn, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, you're writing a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
What about that barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Zamiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, all right? I'm sure you'll agree. All right, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay, so who do we have here? We have Tartuccio, who's a dickhead, some random adventurers, and Jethal. Her name is Jethal, but I'm not used to feeling like a can't really talk to her. Is Jamandi playing? Oh, she's like wondering about Jamandi Aldori. Let's talk to Jamandi, can I? Get some news before we talk about it. Tartuccio, tomorrow our glorious journey begins. So I guess this is it. So I can move the camera like this, but I cannot like rotate it. Right? Oh, okay. Nice. So I suppose we're done. We should head for the room. Okay. Oh, there's Casey, the tiefling lady. Northern architecture is beautiful, but very heavy. In my native land of Caldera, the palaces, what? There's quite differently. Okay.
All according to plan.
Stolen lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the river kingdoms that borders the nation of Brevoy. They are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long. Okay.
Help! Help!
What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
And oh,
Enemy approaching. This should do it.
think I'm going to use an acid splash. Sounds effective.
A calculated risk.
I'm going to use acid splash. Then
This will hurt.
And he's dead. You can interact with various objects such as bodies, dead opponents, and so what do we have here? A chain shirt and a dagger. Alright. Journal. Oh, I have an actual journal when things are written from the first perspective. I'm going to open each episode with reading the journal, I suppose. Oh no, that's Lindsay's journal. Oh. Yeah. I'll still read it at the beginning of every episode. Anyway, I'll do some management here, see where we're at, and continue in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and click the notifications bell, and I'll see you guys next time.